Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Farm Talk Friday. This is September 2nd, 2022.
22.
9/22.
Oh, yes, 9.
Although we were talking about February 2nd.
Yeah. Like it's the palindrome again, but it's not.
I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna, who
And
is only wearing a hat.
I'm wearing an Alex Gray dress in
Yeah.
honor of all our little psychedelic bunnies out on the playa this week.
That's right. This is Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
And that means Burning Man is going on. We've got a couple of friends from Costa Rica, a few actually, maybe several, who are there now. So hope they're having a great time. We can't wait to have them back.
Hello, Josh.
This is the best framing of the chicken tractor we've ever had, I think.
Yeah, and it won't always be like that because the whole point of the chicken tractor is that we move it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but we should just jump into chickens right now since you mentioned them.
Might as well.
It was a very interesting week. We went from 4 chickens to 3 chickens to 5 chickens all in one day. And that was last Saturday.
Wait, we didn't go.
We went
We didn't go.
Five, four,
We didn't go
three.
4, 6.
No.
No.
How did we go 4 to 6?
We didn't get the 2 new ones and then find out the news.
No.
Okay. So okay,
No.
tell us. We started out with how many?
So we had 4. Because we had lost Elaine, our quirky little green egg layer, and I swear it was the day of or the day before we were going to get.
No, the
No,
day
the
of.
day of.
The day of. Always the day
I know.
of.
The day of. Hi, Hope. The day that we were going to get the new chicks, one of our chickens died. So last week we were calling her, we were teasing her and saying that she was busy, not thinking she was going to die, that she was just sick. And then she did not make it. And so we went from 4 chickens to 3, and then we got 2 more that day that we were planning to get anyway. We were just hoping to expand the family, and instead we ended up getting, I saw that little sad face, I know, Hope. It was sad. That was the last of our original chickens.
Yes.
Busy was the last one. She was our final OG chicken, and now we just have the mean girls, and then the 2 new ones. So do you want to talk about the acclimation period?
Yes. Well. Okay. You know the term pecking order. Hey, there's a pecking order in this company or whatever. Well, that comes from the chicken world. And in the chicken world, there is absolutely a pecking order. And when you're a new girl, you are pecked on. And it's brutal. I mean, apparently they can get pecked to death. I don't think ours were going to kill the new ones, but
No, they were just...
they see them and they peck them and they peck them and they peck them and they go after them. It's not like if they come to their space they get pecked. No, they go after the new girls and peck them.
They seek them out.
So, after a few days pecking,
Yeah.
we decided to separate them because we have a smaller chicken tractor, which we originally got for 6 chickens.
Well, no, we originally got it for Shakti.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
6 chickens.
And then it became Penguino's house.
Yeah, so but we have this smaller chicken tractor, which is from this amazing company called
Igloo.
Igloo, or from Omelette, and the name of the chicken tractor is Igloo, maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not paying us.
Yeah.
We have a perfect small chicken tractor for the 2 new chickens, and now they're living in peace.
Yeah, those 2 are friends. They came from our friend Monty, and I had no idea Monty had so many chickens.
Yes, our
I
friends.
thought she had like 8 chickens, and she had like 40 chickens. And so I had asked her, she'd always said, oh, if you ever want chickens, let me know.
Oh, I
And
thought she had 20. She had 40?
no, it seemed like 40.
Okay.
It seemed like 40 to me. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, look at all these chickens and all their chicks. And she has all these exotic breeds, and it was really fun. But anyway, so we knew that she was going to be moving. And so luckily the person that's going to be buying her house is into the chickens and will keep the chickens. But, you know, she was willing to give us some new chickens. And
we asked her, we said, by any chance, do you happen to have a chicken that lays green eggs? Because we lost Elaine who gave us our green eggs. And she did have one, and so we got one. And her name is Guy, which is spelled G-E, which stands for green eggs. That's her name. We just call her Guy because we drink bulletproof coffee in the mornings with ghee instead of butter.
Yes, and so Monsi called her green eggs. And so we wanted to kind of keep Monsi's name for her because we kept Monsi's name for the other chicken.
Yes.
And Monsi had this fantastic name for the other chicken.
Signora Elegante.
That's right. And she is very elegant.
She's beautiful. She's black and white, kind of salt and pepper. Mm-hmm. And so there's a competition now between Butterscotch and Signora Elegante. ¿Quién es más bonita? ¿Quién es? So I think we've got to enlist the powers of the stupid Facebook and we got to post pictures and we're going to have the poll.
Okay.
¿Quién es más bonita?
Yeah.
We got to find out who is most beautiful.
Oh, they're both different, but it's interesting because they have some similarities, like not in their coloring, and like Butterscotch is a little bit bigger, but they have the same kind of like structure to their neck feathers. Mm-hmm. But Butterscotch, you know, is like browns, and then Signora Elegante, like Ken said, is black and white, and then she has like, instead of more of a crest, she has like a tuft of feather hair. And Monsi was saying, she's like, all she needs is a hand purse, and I can totally see what she was saying. She does seem like she just needs a little like chicken Chanel.
Also, Signora Elegante has pantalones, right? She's got little legs, little pants on her legs.
She has like one like little furry foot. The other one's not.
Oh, okay.
So it's like she's very Burning Man. She has like a. Anyway, yes, we'll have to do the poll. But anyway, so, yeah, they're much happier now that they've been separated, and that makes me feel better. I mean, it's just heartbreaking to, you know, see the other girls who are just bored and they're like, oh, what am I doing? Not much. I'm gonna go pick on you. And then they forget, or they just don't care, and they keep doing that like every few minutes. And so the other two were like, they kept going upstairs, and then they were just like hiding all day. I wasn't really sure if they were eating or drinking properly. And, you know, they were a little spooked out yesterday. They had a big day. They both got out. We had, you know, several guys chasing them around. And, you know, the process to like grab them and snatch them because they're super fast, especially Guy. She is crazy fast. So it's like, they get all scared, and then they get in a corner, and then someone snatches them. So it's like, what a nightmare. So they were quite shy yesterday. Today I was able to get a few pictures. And,
what's going on with papayas?
Okay. Well, so we have a bunch of things in the nursery, and we have papayas. And Adriana, yesterday I had a meeting with her.
Adriana is our permaculturist, comes twice a
week. Yeah, so Audrey's like, look at these beautiful papayas. They're ready to be placed. Where are we putting them? And she's like, what about, this lot? I'm like, okay, I'll go look. So she had some ideas. And so I was looking for spaces, and I counted.
Our lot.
This lot.
This lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking for spaces right before this, and so I'm a little like sweaty from that. And I counted 6. I was like, oh great, we have 6 spaces. I'm sure we don't have 6 papayas. And then I went to the nursery, and we have 9 papayas. So that's...
We'll find 3 more spaces.
Sure.
No problem. Yes, papayas are wonderful if you have good ones. And you have good ones by growing your own fresh ones. And I've said it before, I feel like I'd never had a papaya before until I moved here. I used to think I didn't like papayas because we would get imported papayas from wherever, Chile or whatever, and they wouldn't be ripe or whatever, but they just had no flavor when I would eat them in the States. And then when I would eat them here, or when I did eat them here, ripe, fresh, it's like a whole different experience. They're amazing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we haven't had very good luck with papayas. We had like this amazing papaya tree that I ended up naming Pisa Papaya. And that's a whole story, so we'll tell that some other time. But that tree, like produced a bunch, and then after, a few seasons, papayas don't last that long, typically.
I feel like we have good luck when we plant them.
Honey, we've had that all lined with papayas for like the last year, and they have not taken.
Well,
and Jasmine bought 200, and not a single one survived. So they don't always work out.
Yeah. Well, when they do grow,
but when they
awesome.
do, yeah. Anyway, so I want to say hi to a few people that I've seen come on here. Schlout, Brian, Caroline, Ricardo. We see you. There might be some more on there as well, but Hope, I know we already...
One day I'm going to remember to turn on the ability to rewind.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
and
you
Hope,
got to wait till it's done.
I'm wearing this in honor of Burning Man, and thanks for posting that picture of us yesterday. It was super cute. She had me in like a Raver J outfit and a unicorn horn, and it was from her first Burning Man in 2012. Yeah, 10 years ago.
So, we have this policy or this quest here at the Green Wave House to not burn any fossil fuel. And, we have 1.5 electric vehicles. We share one. And we have a Land Cruiser that burns vegetable oil. And so we're trying to extend this policy to our weed whacker. And so we have this Makita weed whacker that runs off lithium-ion batteries. But man, they break all the time. And
why do we think they break?
Well, because they're just not as strong and heavy-duty and durable as the professional gas-powered ones.
Okay.
But the new one we just bought is. They've moved the electronics all up to where the batteries are. And it's as strong as a 30cc gas-powered one. So we're hoping this is going to be one that lasts a lot longer. We have 2 in the shop waiting for those to come back.
And those are the cheaper models? The old
no,
cheaper
those
models.
were just the best ones they had at the time.
Right.
The new one we have is the latest and greatest. I'm just saying, this whole no burning fossil fuels thing, if you commit to it, it's difficult.
Yeah. Well, we have a club called Weed Wacky, and we share, because sharing is part of the permaculture thing, trying to create sharing communities, and so we do that with, is it mostly the lot owners over here? It's not the whole farm.
Yes.
So
we're trying to do our side, our whole side, with no gas-powered tools.
Right.
So, honey, big news coming up in December.
Yeah, so we've decided that we are going to have a public open house.
And we decided this years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, this was something that we wanted to do ever since we built the house. And initially we were having problems with the roof. And our first roof, our second roof, our third roof. And so it was just like, well, we can't have people over until this is solved. And then COVID hit. And then that took out the idea. So in between, we had schools that would that were interested in what we were doing, and they would come over privately. But we always wanted to do kind of these public open houses. There's houses in LA, a few of them. There's one in Studio City that's like a zero net house, and then there was one in Venice that was really inspiring to us. But there was one initially, I think, in Silver Lake. That was the first one that we knew about and visited. And we always thought that was a really cool idea, where you could like go to these houses and be inspired. And so that's what the whole Green Wave House concept was to create something where people could come and say, oh, cool, this is so inspiring. And then they want to go and do it. And Ann Dunning just reached out yesterday. And she was saying, she's like, where they had moved from the Bay Area to Temecula. And she's like, I'm really into the gardening right now. And she's like, a lot of that has to do with you. She's like, because of what you guys are doing. And I was like, yay.
That's great.
And Anne, by the way, she has a company called Vamigas. And
is it like female friends? Amigas, famigas?
Amigas.
Family girlfriends?
Yeah, I think it's like some sort of play on that. But she's Latina and she has like a clean beauty, cosmetic company, and it's going well. She said that she just got featured in the San Diego Tribune. So, wow. Mom, if you watch this, check that out.
Congratulations, Anne.
Yeah, and hi, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
And hi to your 3-year-old. Oh, yeah, she wants to hear about the animals. We just talked about our chickens for a while, so when we end this, you can watch the replay and you'll have a lot of chicken talk, but we could talk about Scratch. How's Scratch doing?
Scratch is great. He's a little older. We think he might be a little senile.
but he's not a lot.
He looks young to us. He looks young. He acts young, but he could be really old.
Well, he is as old as we are married, and so that's 12 years old. Yeah. And so for a cat, that's,
We don't know if he hears well or sees well.
But he's beautiful, and
when he gets his hair cut, he looks really young.
He looks even younger. Yeah, so he looks really good, but yeah, sometimes I think that maybe, that he's at least acting his age.
First of all, cats have the life. They sleep 70% of their life. 70% of the day.
That is what is said, yes. So, and then as far as other animals, we currently don't have any other farm animals aside from the chickens.
Well, we don't own any, but we have plenty. We have the cutest little animals in the world. They're called agoutis.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like giant rodents with big butts, and they're so super cute.
And Ken was just saying yesterday or this morning, he's like, I really love the agoutis. And so I think we're seeing them a lot more because, I had this idea last season, before the wet season, and I passed it by Adriana. I'm like, what if we planted yucca, all throughout the food forest so that they're not attracted to, where we're trying to grow yucca for ourselves? I think the idea would be that we plant it kind of around some of our, trees, and then the agoutis would dig it out, and then it would create little pockets of water, and then, it could help irrigate.
Honey, that sounds like a great permaculture plan.
Well, we've already been implementing that. And so it's in process, and I think that's why we see them all the time, is because there's yucca planted everywhere.
I often don't get the memo.
Yeah, it's okay. But I've talked about it, I think, before.
Maybe I don't listen.
Oh,
okay.
No.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes.
We'll
thank you. Happy Friday.
Next Friday on Farm Talk Friday. For my beautiful wife, Giovanna, I'm Ken. Goodbye.